Kyle Bradshaw from Chaparral Motorsports here in the Glamis sand dunes, also known as the Imperial sand dunes. And today we're doing what? We're testing sand tires. These are three of Chaparral's most prominent sand tires. We have the AMS Snake, the Sedona Dunatech, and the CST Surge tires. Now what we're gonna do is we have these tires mounted on three vehicles. We've got a YZ450, a Honda 450 RX, and we've got a KTM 500 EXC, which is not pictured here in the photo because we're busy getting that one dialed in. But those three bikes are gonna have these three tires, and we're gonna put those tires to the ultimate test. The visual construction of each of these tires is very, very different. So with the AMS Snake over here, some of the key things that we see when we first look at it is the fact that its scoop is actually a lot smaller than the other two paddles. It's pretty interesting. It's a little bit lower profile and it's spread out a little bit more. The other thing we're gonna notice is in between the two scoops or paddles, we're gonna find that we have these ribs right here. These ribs are actually going to be what's sitting on top of the top layer of sand, and it's believed that these little ribs are actually gonna give you better performance or more forward momentum. Now moving over to the Sedona Dunatech. This Dunatech tire is Chaparral's #1 selling tire. We probably sell this 2-to-1 over either of the other two tires here in front of me. This tire is a super popular tire, and we think that's for a couple reasons. But what we have is we have a bulbous thing that kind of comes out here, and this scoop is much more massive. So according to the Dunatech folks, the reason they did that is so that this tire could be as light as possible, as thinnest of a profile as possible, but give the biggest bite in the sand. So it's gonna be really interesting. Like I said, these two are our top two sellers at Chaparral Motorsport, the AMS Snake and the Sedona Dunatech, and it's gonna be really interesting to see how these tires kind of battle it out and see which tire is best for which type of riding. Now moving over to the CST Surge tire. This is kind of a hybrid between these two. The actual center of the tire itself is larger. It's more robust than either of the Sand Snake or the Dunatech. The other thing you're gonna notice is the paddle is kind of a hybrid. It sticks out here on the side, much like the Dunatech, but it's more of a low profile paddle, very similar to the AMS Sand Snake. Now let's talk about tire sizes. Out here today we're running a 110-118 and a 110-119. Now the 18 versus the 19 out here, I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference, but I might be surprised. We'll see. So I'm super excited. We're gonna get these three tires out there, get them tested, and have a great day in the dunes. Now this big behemoth of a bike behind me, the Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports model, that bike takes a 150/70/18 tire, and there is not a single paddle that Chaparral sells that will fit this bike. So we took it over to Scat Tracks. We gave them a Kenda Big Block. They shaved it down. They put this awesome vulcanized coating on it and gave us 12 Viper paddles. That thing is paddled up with a 12 paddle Viper tire, and it's gonna be interesting out there in this really deep, powder sugary type sand. So we're out here at Glamis, the Imperial Sand Dunes today, doing the dirty work. We're gonna put these tires to the test so that you can know which paddle tire is best for your riding needs the next time you bring your bike out to the dunes. I'm Kyle Bradshaw. Stay tuned. This is gonna be good. Suburban Delinquent and Kleb are off to go ahead and hit some more dunes while we wrap up and pack up the truck. This has been an epic day out here in the dunes. What I can say about these sand paddle tires is they make you a hero. Really, Sub D and Kleb could do no wrong on their 450cc motorcycles. The bikes are light, the tires dig in and grip. I mean, just look at that. Absolutely spectacular. So those bikes are so light and that paddle hooks up so well, they can literally just rip wheelies across any of the soft sand that they're riding through. Spectacular. Did we see a difference between the performance of one tire over another? We really didn't. So basically, if you are coming out to the dunes, you need to put a paddle tire on your bike. That would be the #1 recommendation that I have for you. Now, as far as that custom Scat Track paddle tire that we had made, that paddle tire was ridiculous. This bike pinned open on those hill climbs, and it just shot to the moon. Amazing. Now, the problem that I did have is this thing is super heavy. All the weight on this bike is right up here behind the front wheel, and it is a challenge, a big challenge. My biggest struggle with it was when I would come down out off of the dune and come into a really soft bowl area, and that front end would just dive in. Went over the windshield twice, that wasn't very pretty. But yeah, in the right conditions, you just pin the throttle, it lifts up the front wheel, it's just amazing. So if you're coming out to the dunes, do yourself a favor, pick yourself up a paddle tire so you can be more productive and more efficient while traveling through this awesome terrain. If you've never ridden the dunes before, I highly recommend you make a trip out here. You need to spend more than a day. Fitting all of this into one day was definitely a stretch, and we could have spent 2 more days out here in order to get all of the proper footage that we really wanted to bring home for you. But if you get the opportunity, pick up a paddle tire and go to the dunes, and you will have one of the best days that you've ever had on 2 wheels. I'm Bradshaw from Chaparral Motorsports. Thanks for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button if you found anything in this video entertaining or enlightening. And as always, if you want more content like this coming directly into your inbox, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be part of the notification squad. Until next time, take care and ride safe.